Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed and feeling well. I am back. So today I'm coming in with a quick look at my outfit as well as to talk about something that's been on my mind and a little bit of a confession about myself and to see if anybody else out there thinks the same way I do about this particular topic. But first, let me share with you my outfit because I know a few of you, you're like, I don't want to hear her talk about anything. I just want to see her outfit. So let's get that out the way first. So today I am wearing a character necktie as usual. And if you've been following me, you know I love these types of ties. Um, this one is a Looney Tune necktie. And I like calling these types of ties character ties or novelty neckties. And I'm wearing suspenders and a skirt, which I'll move the camera down a little bit so you can see a little bit more of what I'm wearing. All right, now on to the topic. So recently there was a comment made that a few of you actually asked me about like my response to it and things like that, and it was in reference to Halloween and demons, and it led me to go ahead and answer the question like I normally do, which is honest and straightforward. And I wasn't joking when I responded to it, for those wondering about that. And the reason why I answered in the way that I did is because it's the way that I feel. It's my personal truth when dealing with situations like that. If you have done any type of research on demons or demonology, then you would probably come to this conclusion that demons just don't go and take a period of time to go and sit at Starbucks and have coffee and take a break away from trying to go after people. Last time I checked, they don't do that. So I'm not going to walk around in fear on a specific day simply because there's supposed to be more of them. And I personally don't need demons, spirits, or monsters to be more cautious on a daily basis, simply because human beings are capable of very evil, monstrous things on their own. And you can see that in the world on a daily basis. So I have personally decided not to walk in fear. That's just something that I personally choose not to do. And that doesn't mean that I don't believe in any of those things. That just means that my personal beliefs just will not allow me to give that power and fear to those things. Or I should say the power of fear to those things to have control over me and my life. So I'm not walking around in fear. That being said, on to the topic that I thought that I would actually go ahead and make a little confession on, because this is something that a few of you probably already know about me if you know me very well, if you've watched a few of my videos in which I talked about certain things. I get labeled as being somewhat superstitious at times simply because I have no problem with just being honest and speaking my mind about different topics. Don't care if someone else thinks that I'm a loony for talking about it. I'll just tell you because it's the truth. That's how I feel. So the evil eye, looking with malice, or as some like to jokingly say, the stink eye. This is something that I take seriously because I do feel, regardless of what label you want to give that, having or harboring negative emotions or feelings towards another individual does do harm, whether it's to the person who's holding on to those feelings or somehow that energy goes to that other person and causes problems in that other person's life, who may not necessarily be trying to cause this other person to be jealous or envious or have all these hateful thoughts about them. So I thought that I would actually take a moment out and ask you all this. Do you believe that there is such a thing as the evil eye? I personally do believe that that is real. I don't. I've had a few people saying this. Well, that's because you grew up in a situation where people talked about it, and I'm like, regardless of what you want to call it, I've experienced my own personal situations in which I know for a fact a person was trying to wish harm on me simply because of my existence, or simply because of something that was given to me that they didn't have. So there was a clear hatred, jealous, or envious situation brooding within this other individual that was leading to them having negative behaviors towards me, or them spreading negativity about me. And it came back and affected me in a bad way. And as well, it affected the person that was doing it, because they were spending time that they could have otherwise spent on bettering themselves, having hatred towards me. So that's my own personal take with that I believe that it's real, and I do believe that the person who is doing it needs help, because that is not a healthy way to live. And a person who is having it done to them surely is not always to blame for that, because there are in fact people who do go around trying to show off on purpose, trying to make people jealous and things like that. So I'm like, you shouldn't be surprised if somebody is giving you the evil eye, or they're having these type of feelings towards you when you're going around trying to make that come to you. And when you do that, many times it brings negativity your way, because there are people who really are they'd rather just be envious or jealous than to get whatever it is for themselves. And also, I do need to say this too. There are cases in which a person wants what they cannot have, and therefore wants to destroy because they can't have it. And that is something that many women struggle with. And some of you may think that this is funny, or you may take it lightly, but when you go around hating on people, that's negative emotion. That's negative. That's not positive energy. You may go around and laugh with your friends hating on someone, but that is negative energy being put off in somebody else's direction, and that goes somewhere. And that's where the superstition part comes in, because if you don't resonate with me on that level of believing that your thoughts matter, your intention matters, those things matter, and the way that you carry yourself has a ripple effect out into the world, even on people that you may not think that it has an impact on. What you do actually matters, down to the littlest thing. It matters. So having these negative or hateful thoughts towards someone else really is not a positive thing for you as an individual. And it surely is not good for a person that is having it put upon them. Because just think about this. If people can bring a character to life, or make people believe in something simply by enough people believing in it, and for a fact the thing was not real until enough people believed in it, what do you think happens when enough people have negative thoughts about a person? That's something to think about. But I hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed, and feeling well. And please feel free to comment on what you think about that type of a situation. Was I being a little bit, I guess, too open about it? But that's something that I think about, that if you're someone who does that, my label for it is giving the evil eye, and it's not a good thing, not for your health or the person that you're doing it to. So I'll see you all next time. Bye.